Oh shoot! Uh, let's hit it. This thing on? Mm-hmm. Not really. Oh my goodness! I'm so glad that everything works now. All right, let's see now. Yep, got the volume up. Got the kilobits working. Got the latent dot of the night. Cellulite latent dot of the night. Oh, I got ego death stuck in my head now. What the crap? Y'all ever don't listen to Bus Driver, you should. Mr. Bus Driver has some good stuff. But for right now, what up, y'all? This is your host. Wait, am I a host? I'm dumb today. Sorry. But yeah, welcome to the Bite the Robot show, I guess. I'm your host. Why am I questioning this? I say this every time I come on stream. What am I doing? All right. Well, yeah, what's up, y'all? Your boy's goofy today. I mean, I'm goofy all the time, but you know. We doing. So, yeah. As the title suggests, we're going to have a bit of a twofer today. We're going to do some Sonic High School at first to make up for the fact that I didn't read anything yesterday, because, you know, Borkin. And then we're going to hop onto some Mech Warrior and have a good time after a brief break. So, yeah. Yeah. That's what we doing today. Oh, shoot. So I think, without further ado, I think we should just jump on in. Let's see what we got here. I also got to make sure that the Windows capture gets the right thing. Oh my goodness. Everything's breaking. But that's per usual. But yeah, we are going to read Sonic High School today because, oh my goodness, in all of the degenerate nonsense that is Sonic fanfic, this one has always stuck out to me as a classic. And I love it because it's so dumb. I will warn y'all, though, there is a lot of, like, really graphic sex that's going to happen in this. But as long as I don't actually show any sex, I think we'll be alright by Mr. Twitch. At least I hope so. I don't know. I ain't gonna pretend to know the rules, man. I just come here to read. I come here to read and yap and play games and stuff. And you may have a guest appearance from my cat today, because she's quite vocal and walking around. Hey there, baby. Hello? You want to come read? Oh no. Oh man, I broke. No! What is this version of me that's happening right now? I'm like sensually looking at the window. I don't know what's happening to my model. Hello. VTube Studio. What's up, what's up, dog? I mean, this is funny. Oh my god. What is happening? You get a bite jump scare today, y'all. I don't actually know what's going on. Hang on. I need to reset my actuators. I'm physicsing all over the place right now. I'm not really sure why. Ah, okay, there we go. I think I got it. Think being the operative word here. I don't know. But if I break again, that was a really funny way to actually break my model. What the crap? What's happening? All right. I think we're good now. I think we're good now. I think being the operative word, y'all. Alright. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I think based on how long each of the chapters are, I'll at least try to do... how many chapters are there? 25? I'll try to get through, like, maybe 8. Or something. I don't know. We'll just play it by ear. How about that? Anyway, without further ado, this here is... my bird's going ballistic, too. The amazing Mr. Zoo here. Alright. Without further ado, this is going to be Sonic High School. Alright, here's the summary. Sonic High School features Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge, Espio, and more in crazy high school drama, passionate romances, and crazy cliffhanger endings. It is known as the most addictive story online, and it is the ultimate Sonic story about high school. This story contains no graphic descriptions, and all the high school students are 18 years old. I want you all to remember this bit, especially. Remember this, because it's gonna come back and bite us later. No pun intended. Alright, let's see. Re-uploading in case fanfiction.net goes ape shit again. Credit goes to Dark Doom Firemaster on ff.net. I made this re-upload as thorough as possible. Even the original genres are intact. Chapter 1, Sonic's Journal. Sonic woke up and looked at the clock. 7 o'clock, it said. Because, you know, clocks can talk. Because clocks can talk. And Sonic screamed.
I am late for school. I have to get to school now,
said Sonic, jumping out of bed. Sonic put his clothes on really fast and ran out of his room because he is fast.
No time for breakfast,
Sonic said as he ran past Sonic's mom. You will regret this, said Sonic's mom, leering at him from the kitchen stove, wearing aprons and oven mitts on her hands. Sonic did not care. He was late. Sonic ran outside and ran to the bus stop, where people were getting on the bus.
Tails, Knuckles, wait for me,
said Sonic as he ran towards the bus.
Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic,
said Tails to Knuckles at the bus stop. You know, because you needed that clarified for you. Thank you, author.
He is late,
said Knuckles to Tails before getting on the bus. Sonic ran so fast to the bus, and he got on the bus after Tails.
Just in time,
said Sonic, huffing and puffing like he was doing the Cupid shuffle for the first time. One thing that I love about this story, by the way, that you're going to notice a lot of, is the very redundant way of writing, and also just how oddly specific some of the descriptions are. Alright. Sonic sat down next to Tails, and Knuckles sat behind them, taking up both seats.
I'm so bad,
said Knuckles, laughing because he sat where two people could sit. Knuckles did this every day, and no one bothered him, but they all knew it was against the rules of both man and God. The bus started and drove at the school. Oh my god, Smokey, you could be my own laugh track in the background. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm so bad, no one bothered him, but they all knew it was against the rules of both man and God. The bus started and drove at the school and parked, and they got out. Thank you for telling us that.
We're at school now,
said Tails.
It is time to go to class.
Sonic was also at school, so he went to his first class of the day. English class. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much that was not about running and going fast. Which is what Sonic does best. Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat. It's journal day. It is journal day, said Sonic's English teacher, Mrs. Lesson. Mrs. Lesson was tall and white and had gray hair, and she was not pretty. Take out your journals and put them in a pile. I will read one of your entries to the class. Sonic took out his blue journal, ran to the front quickly, and put his journal on her desk and ran back to his desk. And all with his head down and not talking or looking at anyone. Sonic was so fast that he did it first, but everyone else did it afterwards and slower. You know, thank you for clarifying, author, that Sonic is fast. Mrs. Lesson grabbed the journal from the pile, and Sonic knew it was his because it looked just like Sonic's journal. Sonic knew this because he had written in it so many times. It was crazy. Mrs. Lesson opened to a totally random page, and it was the worst page she could pick. She began to read.
Dear Journal, I called the doctor today about a problem. I have a problem with my balls.
The story contains no graphic descriptions. The story contains no graphic descriptions. Oh, and it's only going to get worse, by the way. Anyway.
I have a problem with my balls. They are itchy and it is difficult to sit still with them because they are so itchy. I have to back up against stucco surfaces and rub up and down on them to relieve the itchiness. No creams have worked. Creams only make my ball sweat smell like the breath of a thoroughbred. And I think Amy, my girlfriend, noticed. Oh, my doctor calls. Love, Sonic. Oh no, stop reading, said Sonic. But he reacted too late, and because it was already read, all of it. Everyone in the class had laughed, and Sonic felt like an idiot asshole because now everyone knows about his ball problems. My God. Sonic felt his rage build up inside him like a pool of lava in a volcano. Stop laughing at me. Don't tell anyone.
Even though, you know, you just had your teacher read out your journal. Hi, Aya Cat, what's up? This is Sonic High School. Oh, it's an internet classic, and I love it to death. Let's see here. Okay.
Stop laughing at me. Don't tell anyone,
shouted Sonic, but everyone was laughing so loud that they did not hear him, and Sonic was just so embarrassed and mad and sad, but more embarrassed, so he ran out of the class fast. Sonic ran to his locker and opened it and screamed into it. He screamed, "This sucks!" And curse words, too. I love how he went into this very vivid description about his balls, and, you know, they just didn't want to say curse words. I think he also said asshole at one point, too. What is the problem? Said Tails. Are you mad? Said Tails. Sonic was mad, so he nodded.
You should tell...
Wait, who's talking here?
You should tell everyone that it is okay to have problems with your balls, and they probably have problems that they do not want everyone to know about too. So stop laughing at me, Sonic thought. Tails was right. Oh, wait. Was that Tails that was supposed to talk? Oh, well, I'm not going back to reread this. This story's garbage. Sonic thought Tails was right, because Tails was smart. Knuckles was there too, so he said, Sonic, what's this I heard about you having problems with your penis and balls? Sonic was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles and ran away quick. Oh, we're off to a cracking start. Where Sonic ran to was his next class. Parenthesis, it is now second period, so it was okay. End parenthesis. Thank you for the clarification. And that class was history class, alright? Sonic did not care about history class. Hey, Amy, said Sonic. Check me out.
And Sonic did a dance move. Oh, wow, cool, let's kiss, said Amy, and Sonic and Amy kissed right there in the class, and got some of the other people in the class watched, but the teacher wasn't there yet, so they didn't get in trouble. And who was going to tell Sonic that he can't kiss his girlfriend in class? You know, the solid logic there. Amy kissed Sonic so hard that he was thinking, let's have sex! But he didn't say it because the teacher would show up by the time they started to have sex in history class. I mean, yeah. You generally don't want to have sex in class. Sonic kissed back really hard, and it was sexy to everyone. Okay, so everyone liked that. You can see the pop-up on the screen clearly. Everyone liked that. Oh my god. The teacher arrived and they did class, but Sonic just looked at Amy the whole time, who was sitting next to Rouge. Amy and Rouge talked and they looked at Sonic sometimes and laughed. And Sonic thought Amy was telling her about how awesome Sonic kissed her, but it was not. Rouge was telling Amy about Sonic's gay ball problems, and Amy was Sonic's girlfriend, but she thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Class ended, and Sonic went to Amy quick and did not stop on the way.
Hey, Amy, why do you go telling Rouge about how hard we kiss? Happy face.
And Sonic, with a smile on his face, meant that he did not care that Amy did this and really wanted her to because it made him look cooler. Actually, Rouge was telling me about the problems with your balls and penis and butthole that everyone found out about in your English class. Where did all that extra stuff come from? I thought it was just balls. Wow, Sonic was surprised. Was Sonic surprised? He did not know what to say. Yeah, I don't think I would either. I'd be like, no, I know what I'd say. I'm like, where does my butthole come on in this? Alright, well, whatever. Chapter 2, The Prom. The rest of the day for Sonic was awful. So bad it was that Okay. So bad it was that Sonic went home and went right to the bathroom and took a big poop. It was a mad poop because it went out fast. Remember, no graphic depictions in this story. Not in our Christian Sonic fanfiction. It shooted out of his butthole so fast it was like a gun shooting. His poop stunk so much. Even the neighbors could smell it. And they all had a meeting at night about what to do about it, and they decided that they would just put fans on outside. And if it really started to smell again, they would do something else. I mean, presumably. Oh, this story gets me every time. This is a classic. Oh my god. So Sonic pooped and went up to his room and shouted into his pillow,
I hate everything.
Sonic shouted so loud he heard a knock at his door. What is wrong, Sonic? Asked Sonic's mom.
Nothing, said Sonic.
Okay, just keep it down because I am trying to watch the TV.
Alright,
said Sonic's mom to Sonic, and left without saying anything else. Sonic was in his room still, so he looked out to the window and saw Tails flying there with his flying tails. Sonic, are you okay? Asked Tails. I was worried about you, Sonic. Sonic was less mad because Tails was always nice and smart, and he didn't care that Sonic left his porns around his room so he could think about kissing and doing sex on Amy when he wasn't with Amy. Please be happy, said Tails. Are you there? Sonic went to the window and opened the window. I mean, wasn't he already at the window? Whatever. I'm not gonna try and question the logistics of Sonic fic. Sonic grabbed Tails and put him on the bed because Sonic is strong, too.
This date was the worst, said Sonic. Everyone thinks I'm a gay loser because I gave them my journal.
Sonic cried a little, and Tails put his hand under his face to catch his tears. Tears can stain a carpet. You know, that's the most important bit. Tears can stain a carpet. Tails hugged Sonic and said, I am always here for you. The prom is tonight also.
Wow, I forgot,
said Sonic. Sonic ran to his closet fast and pulled his prom uniform out. Or pulled out his prom uniform. Parenthesis, it's a tuxedo. End parenthesis, and put it on faster.
Is our limo here yet, Tails?
I love how he went from, like, upset that his teacher read a very personal journal entry to Gatsby. Maybe it's just me who thinks that's funny.
Is our limo here yet, Tails?
And Sonic, while looking at Tails, yes, said Tails right back.
Let's go.
And Sonic went outside with Tails, who was also in prom clothing. And they went outside and got in the limo. "The limo is broken," said the limo driver, who looked like a person but darker color. "Arthur! No!" Sonic and Tails got out of the limo and asked the limo driver if they could fix it. "Nope. The limo is broken eternally," said the limo driver. So Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said,
"Let's go!"
and ran all the way to the prom, which was on an island called Ghost Island. You know, that might be a red flag, Sonic, if you're going to prom on Ghost Island. "This place is scary," said Tails. Ghost Island was really scary. It was shaped like a skull, and everything looked like it was dead. Was anything hyper-realistic in here? Sonic looked at Tails.
"Yeah, it is,"
said Sonic. Why would they put the prom on this island?" said Tails. "I don't see anyone else from the school here." Tails and Sonic were both worried about it all. Sonic and Tails walked forward, and there was a haunted house. I mean, on an island called Ghost Island. Presumably there would be one, yes. Sonic and Tails went into the haunted house, and it was spooky. Sonic saw a ghost, and Tails saw a mummy. There was a man laughing. Oh my god.
"Ha ha ha! Sonic and Tails, you are both here and fallen right into my trap,"
said the man, laughing. The man looked like a fat, immature gay. It was Eggman. "You can't do this, Arthur. No."
"Eggman, why are you here?"
"No, why you're here?" asked Sonic and shouted at Eggman.
"Are you here for the Chaos Emeralds?"
Sonic shook his fists at Eggman, and Tails ran at him. But what an idiot he was, because a cage fell down from the top of the sky and trapped Tails.
"You are doomed now,"
said Eggman.
"Welcome to a graveyard of you."
Sonic was shocked, but did not run forward because he did not want to get caught too. But what if Eggman did not have another cage? Sonic did not know, so he went to the side and into a different room. This room was smaller and had carpets and wallpaper. It was still scary, though. Sure. Sonic said,
I need to find a way out and to save Tails."
Wait, that was a hard sentence to read. "I need to find a way out and to save Tails." Okay. And he walked into a door. That's Sonic knocking into a door, or walking into a door, because he didn't open it yet. Yes, I'm going to apply mud rules to Sonic in this instance. It's the only appropriate thing to do. So he walked into a door. Okay, I was memeing too much. That was on the next wall.
"Next thing,"
said Sonic, and he came out of the room into the same room he was in.
"This is a haunted house, so you always come back to the same place,"
said Sonic, thinking of a famous saying he once saw on the wall of a Walgreens where it was written. Oh boy. Eggman laughed and pointed at Sonic.
"I kissed Amy, and now you can never date her again, because I am going to do sex to her tonight."
"No, this cannot be real,"
said Sonic. Sonic knew that he had to do something. But what? Dun, 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 dun. Alright, next chapter. Chapter 3. The two most important people. Sonic ran the fastest right to Dr. Eggman, right through his traps, and jumped at the floating platform that Eggman was standing on. At least they're on brand.
"I'm coming for you,"
said Sonic, and he jumped up right to the platform and got so close but fell because it was just too high to reach even for Sonic. Sonic said,
"Damn!"
and ran up the staircase that was in the middle of the big room that were under Eggman. Sonic ran to the top, and at the top, he jumped again from a higher spot, and this time reached the platform because it was easier to get to it.
Now you are mine!
Shouted Sonic right to Eggman in his ear.
I am not going to fall this easily,
said Eggman, then grabbed a crystal remote control out of his pocket and pressed a button on it that made a dome of lasers around Eggman.
Get out of here,
yelled Eggman.
I am Eggman, and I will have my way with the treasures of this island,
said Eggman. Eggman flew up higher on his platform, and Sonic had already fell from the lasers that were on the floating platform. So Sonic didn't get to go to. I mean, clearly. Eggman disappeared into a purple and black portal at the top of the ceiling, and Sonic was left at the bottom of the room and on the middle of the stairs.
Amy still has to be here somewhere, and I need to get Tails out of that locked cage,
said Sonic, thinking about what he should do next. Sonic ran up the stairs really fast and down the hallway at the top of the stairs on the second floor. Sonic picked a door and ran into the door. The room Sonic ran into had a big picture of an old man on it, and he looked just so old that it was like seeing a skeleton right there. Oh my god. Sonic said,
"This man probably died ages ago and left all his money from being in Riala State to his sons, who built this place." Sonic thought this was not the right room to be in, so he left it and went into the next room. I love how specific the story is. This was the right room to be in. Sonic knew immediately. There was a big red bed, and Amy was tied with rope around her feet and hands. And there was another rope around her head with a lock in her mouth so she couldn't open it or say anything at all. Sonic ran right to the bed without doing anything before doing that and untied Amy with his Sonic speed. "I am so glad that you are here," said Amy. "This problem is not turning out like I had hoped it would when I bought this dress." Amy was wearing a pretty red dress that was like what she normally wears but longer, and there were 2 flowers on the 2 shoulders. Amy's dress also made her boobs look bigger. Sonic noticed. Sonic thought for just a moment that this was the perfect moment to give her that this was the perfect moment to get her to give sex to. Because, you could wrap that up in a little package, just like you do on... there's another joke there. I'm not going to touch it. Giggity. But he did not do it because Tails still needed help. "Where's the key to open Tails' cage?"
said Sonic to Amy.
"We need to open Tails' cage. He can't get out of the cage."
"I saw Eggman putting a key in a safe behind the picture in the room we were just in," said Amy.
"So let's go get it."
Amy and Sonic ran to the next room, and Sonic got there first. He is the faster one in the relationship. There is a joke I want to make. I will not make it. Oh no, he's the faster one in the relationship. Sonic punched his big, strong hand right through the painting like a bodybuilder and found the safe behind the painting.
"This safe needs a password," said Sonic. "What could it be?"
Sonic thought long and hard about everything he knew about Eggman. Giggity. Sonic knew that Eggman was a gay asshole who always ruined Sonic's plans to be the hero. Now he ruined Sonic's prom, because that's the important bit. Sonic tapped on his brain and thought harder.
Maybe the password is his name,"
said Amy. It was not, and Sonic knew it before Sonic put it into the safe lock.
"I love her for her body,"
thought Sonic. Oh, man. Hold on to that statement. It's going to become important again later. And I broke again. Oh my god, I'm breaking all over the place now. I did not mean to talk like Sonic there for a sec. Oh my god. Oh boy. I wonder why my model keeps breaking like this. Oh well. C'est la vie. Fate doesn't want me reading Sonic High School, I guess. Alright. Alright, let's see. Sonic thought harder and had an idea.
What if the password is
Finally shouted Sonic at Amy next to him. And after clearing her ear from the tinnitus from being yelled into, Amy, who was there, not really. Amy, who was there, said, "What does that mean?" Amy, Sonic's girlfriend, was confused.
It is Chaos Emeralds backwards. What he really wants but messed up so we would not guess it.
Screamed Sonic so happy.
He's so happy.
Sonic typed the password into the safe, and would you know it, it popped open and there was this big key, so Sonic took it. Sonic ran down the stairs and then Amy did, and Sonic opened Tails' cage and Tails got out.
I am so glad to be safe once again. Thanks to you, Sonic, the day is saved.
Tails was smiling, bigger than a crocodile having a silly dream. But Sonic was not.
What is wrong, Sonic? Everything is alright now.
Wait.
What is wrong, Sonic? Everything is right now, said Sonic. No, it isn't.
Is he just talking to himself now? He's talking to himself now.
No, it isn't,
said Sonic, so mad and sad.
Eggman got away without a real punishment for what he did.
Sonic shook his face at the sky, thinking about how Eggman slipped away like a slippery balloon that Sonic let go of.
But we're all safe, Amy said. That is what really matters.
Sonic figured right then that Amy's superpower must be being nice, because, like he knew before, it wasn't being smart.
Damn, Sonic.
Which Tails was best, and Sonic is also good at it too. I thought he was the best at being fast. Sonic did not even think about how his day at school was bad anymore because his balls did not really even itch anymore. Okay. Sonic laughed, Tails laughed, Amy laughed. The fridge laughed, we stabbed the fridge. It was a good time, not really. Sonic laughed, Tails laughed, Amy laughed, and they went home ready for the next day of high school. Oh my god. Chapter 4. Getting a date. Sonic did like in the first chapter and went to school again. If I really wanted to be a meme lord, I'd go back and read chapter 1 right up to the journal part, but I'm not doing that. Now it's lunchtime, and Sonic was in the lunchroom. Sonic was telling all of the people at his table, who were Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Espio, and Charmy Bee, about what did happen yesterday, but Tails already knew, so he was nodding his head like a good friend. Just smile and nod, Tails. That's all you can do sometimes. Just smile and nod.
You should have seen it,
said Sonic.
I was in the haunted house, and I got shot Eggman, but I let him get away right before I could have killed him.
Sonic laughed. Tails laughed at the same time. Knuckles said, "You should stop going on these cool adventures, because high school is more important," said Knuckles, and Sonic knew he was right because it's called Sonic High School, and it should be more about the high school part. So Sonic asked them all what they're up to.
Well, I am entering the science competition, said Tails. To win the science competition, I have to come up with the best invention, and my invention is this invisibility hat. Makes you invisible, but I can't do it right now because I have to make sure it works perfect for the science competition.
I'm laughing early, but... Oh, remember this hat, ladies and gentlemen. Remember this hat. Tails was so smart that Sonic knew that he would win the science competition because Tails is just like Einstein, which is supposed to be Einstein, if you're curious. Nerd! Shouts Knuckles right into Tails' ear. What a bad guy. I'm just hanging out and not going to class because I want to cause trouble, said Knuckles. Knuckles was so bad that he would cause trouble. Sonic thought Knuckles was a fuck. Yes, Sonic. Knuckles is indeed a fuck. Oh, dear God. I love this story so much. Oh, hold on. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to do something about my model at some point because it just keeps breaking, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I'm turning into Sonic is what's happening. Not really. I'm lame. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Okay, I think we're in business again. Think being the operative word, but Hey dude, how you doing? Did you saw the deck list I shared? Yeah, I did. Thanks, bro. Let's see. Now I actually have to build it somewhere. But until then, back to Sonic High School. Fair enough. I might take you up on that. Thanks, bro. Let's see, where was I before my model broke again? Oh yeah, Sonic thought Knuckles was a fuck. Oh my god. Shadow was next, and he was badder than Knuckles, but in a different way. Is this the one with all the slurs? No, that one was, Tails Gets Trolled. I stopped reading that one, because I don't think I could get away with it a second time. I'd like to finish it, but I don't think I could get away with streaming it. I do highly recommend people go read it, though, because it's very funny. Alright, let's see. Shadow was next, and he was badder than Knuckles, but in a different way. I'm not going to be around much longer, said Knuckles. Wait a minute. Knuckles said that, so I have to say this differently. I'm not going to be around much longer, said Knuckles. He always did. ... No, wait. Oh, man, I'm failing hard right now, but oh well. I'm not going to be around much longer, ... said Knuckles. He always did ... at the end of what he was saying because it was mysterious. Where are you going? Said Tails because he was curious. I'm going to kill my parents, said Shadow. See, this is how Shadow is worse than Knuckles. He did serious bad things. At least at the end of the day, Knuckles could sleep. Shadow was too dark for that. Oh my god. I'm going to try out for the football team, said Espio. Espio was athletic like Sonic, but not as fast. But he had a horn on his nose that was good for attacking people in front of him, so Sonic thought that he would be good at football. Wait, does Sonic make him go to the football team? I don't know. I'm gonna try out for the play, said Charmy Bee. Charmy Bee was loud and singing always. You're an annoying bag, so you should do great, said Knuckles. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that they keep calling Charmy gay in this one. Do not hurt my feelings, said Charmy. Charmy was used to being hectored. Hectored. So he was able to remove himself from his potent fury. Did you see Rouge? Did you just see Rouge just now? Said Espio. She is so hot in her tiny bra. Espio obviously wanted to kiss her deep. You should ask her out, said Sonic. But the prom was yesterday, said Espio. Well, that is okay. You can date anytime, said Sonic. Oh, said Espio. Well, then I'm gonna kiss and sex her tonight. It's that instant, is it? I love how instantaneous that is. SBO was like a little boy looking at his mom's boob for the first time. Why go there? Sonic and Tails together were both looking at each other and they wanted to help SBO.
We are going to help you get a date,
said Sonic and Tails at the same time simultaneously. I'm only doing one voice, I'm not doing two.
And we are going to do it right now.
I'm sorry, I just thought of Make a Man Out of You, but with Sonic characters. Oh my god. Said Sonic and Tails. Sonic and Tails got up and both grabbed one of SBO's arms and dragged him across the room. Parenthesis, Sonic did most of the dragging because he's stronger. End parenthesis. And put him right at Rouge.
What's this about?
Said Rouge with a questioning sound. She blinked her eyelids quickly like a race car.
What do you want? Why are you here?
SBO looked right into her eyes with a passion like 100 barking dogs. And said,
Rouge, will you go out with me?
SBO was sweating, and there were drops of sweat dropping off his hands in front of her.
I don't know. ...
said Rouge and looked at SBO. Rouge gave him a sexy look that made SBO feel in love.
Please do it,
said Sonic and Tails together at the same time. Okay, we can go on a date tonight, said Rouge. Sonic and Tails and SBO were stoked and high-fived right there. By the time this ended, one of them would have done their first sex. Now here is the hard part, said SBO. How do I put sex in her without getting in trouble? Sonic and Tails looked at each other and thought,
uh-oh.
And SBO walked out while holding onto Rouge's boobies, because they are now boyfriend and girlfriend, and it is allowed to do it. Oh, man. I love the visual image that all of these chapters give me. Chapter 5, Preparations. It was the end of the day at school, and it was time that Sonic and Tails and Knuckles got back on the bus at the bus stop to board it all the way home from school. Sorry for the pause there, by the way. The bad grammar in the story is starting to get to me in really amusing ways.
We are on the bus now,
said Tails. No more classes. Tails was happy, but sad because he is smart. Sonic and Tails sat down together, and Knuckles sat right in the middle of the aisle, which he usually did not do, but sometimes did when not everyone was on the bus. It looked like SBO and Rouge were not on the bus because they were too busy getting ready to go sex tonight. Now that they are boyfriend and girlfriend, obviously. Knuckles laid across the aisle, even more stretched out than when he sat across two seats, because now the limits were the Alpha and the Omega. Vegeta, what is the cringe level? It's over 9,000! Sorry, I had to read that up because that's a good comment. Yes, the level of cringe is very high. Oh dear.
How can we help SBO?
Said Sonic to Tails. Wait, high school? Yep. They're in high school, but everyone's 18, as stated in the beginning. Because, you know, all 18-year-olds. How can we help SBO? Said Sonic to Tails. Tails responded, I don't know, and thought about it on the bus. The bus drove bumpy on the bumpful roads all the way home, and then they all got out at the bus stop that they normally got in the bus at, just like always. Sonic ran out of the bus, and then Tails and Knuckles in order. Time to go home, said Tails. You're almost there. And they walked the rest of the way to home. When they got home, it was dinner time, and Sonic was at a different home from Tails and Knuckles because they were all in different families, so they did not live together. Thank you for the clarification, author. Oh my god, it's happening again. If it happens again, I'm just leaving it like that because that's just funny. I don't know why my model keeps breaking like that, but it's very funny given the context of the story that we're reading something this cringe. Alright. And Sonic's mom made a dinner. Sonic's mom made Chinese food, and Sonic ate it, and at the end there was a fortune cookie. And Sonic broke it open and ate the cookie part and kept the paper that was inside that held a magical fortune on it. Sonic looked at the fortune and read it to himself inside of his head. The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that was in the story. Oh man. That is the greatest line. The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis. Holy. That is so good. Yep, I'm malfunctioning because the story has blown a circuit, I think. Oh, the path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis. I'm laughing like I'm friggin' in grade school all over again doing sex ed. It's like, penis? Oh, I'm juvenile and I don't care. Said Sonic inside of his head, reading the fortune cookie paper, and he knew it was a good sign for what was about to happen tonight when Espio and Rouge went to sex. Then the phone rang. Sonic ran to the phone and picked it up and said, "Hello," into it. It was Tails. "I have an idea," said Tails on the phone to Sonic, who was listening but not speaking. "I can give Espio my invisibility hat for the science competition, and he can use it to do sex for Rouge." Oh my god. Sonic smiled so wide it was like the King of Fire finding out he burned down New York City with only his fire powers. I think you're just seeing the Bonds Beyond Time movie at that point. Sonic and Tails went to Espio's house later, which was not easy to walk normally for most people, but Sonic is super fast, so he ran there and helped Tails get there too, seeing as Tails is not as fast as Sonic. Thank you for clarifying. They knocked on the door of the house and Espio came out of the door. "Here's my invisibility hat that you can use with Rouge tonight to make sex in. It makes someone impossible to see, impossible to hear you when you are wearing the hat, or when someone who is wearing the hat wants you to be impossible to see and impossible to hear," screamed Tails, whose voice was a little hoarse from ordering food with the lunch lady whose hearing was lost in an earthquake in her childhood. Oh boy. I love the specificity in this story. Tails had to say the things he wanted so loud, and she would still say, "What?" And Tails wondered why she even had ears. She wasn't even gonna use them. Oh, I love this story. You know what? I'm leaving my model like this. This is so good. I am indeed malfunctioning. I don't care anymore. This is hilarious to look at. Hang on. Yep, there we go. Now it's perfect. Oh, where was I? I'm leaving it like that. That's so funny. Okay, let's see. SVO grabbed the invisibility hat from Tails' hands and said, "Cool, thanks," and kept going. So Sonic and Tails left and wished him luck from far away at their own homes. Okay. Back at home, Sonic thought it would be good that Espio would get sex into Rouge, so then he could explain it to Sonic, and Sonic would know how to find Amy's sex spots even better, because otherwise he would have to read about it online, because all he knew was kissing, which wasn't really sex, but it was probably kind of the same thing. I love this story. And Sonic would just read about it online before talking about it anyway. And he would know the right words for the things then. I don't think he knew the right words for the things writing this, author. Oh boy. Sonic sat on his chair that was in front of his Sonic computer and opened up Sonic Instant Messenger. And messaged Amy, who was doing the same thing but at her home, and said, "Hey Amy, want to finally become true boyfriend and girlfriend by reaching sex this weekend?" Sonic waited for a long time at his computer, and it seemed like Amy was not there because she did not respond to anything. And my cat is talking to me. What's up, baby? Want to come here? You want to say hi to the audience? Want to come here? Come on. Come here. Come here. Want to say hi to the audience? Cat intermission. Want to say hi to the audience, baby? I think she's shy now. You want to read, Mitz, you want to read the terrible Sonic fanfic with me? No? All right. Oh. Say again? You want to read the terrible Sonic fic with me, baby? No? Off you go then. Oh, hey, I'm back. I'm kind of sad that the glitch didn't persist. Anyway. Oh boy. Where was I? She did not respond to anything. Sonic played games online and beat all the final bosses because he was like an alien sent to Earth to destroy records set by others. Then finally, Amy responded. What Amy said was, "No way." Sonic was so shocked, his brain must have felt like a total idiot. Okay, I'm gonna read this one, but yeah. Summary. Warning, contains the worst sex scene ever written. It does indeed. I am gonna read it in full because this is hilarious. Then we're gonna take a break and I'm gonna hop over to MechWarrior. Because yeah, that's how I do. Let's see. SBO walked to Rouge's house because it was time for their date together, and all SBO could think about was that they were about to make sex for the first time. SBO looked at the computer and read about what to do and what the right words were, so he would know how it works and how to say it right, so no one would make fun of him. It was Rouge's house he was at now, and it was in front of him. SBO knocked Rouge's house door. "I hope she is home," said SBO, and she was. She opened the door just then. "Hello, I'm home," said Rouge, always looking sexy in her tiny baby bra and big cool boobs. SBO thought that she looked like the hottest woman in the world that he could see from here. "Where are you taking me on our date tonight?" whispered Rouge in a sex-filled voice. SBO had thought this one over on the way over so that he could just say it right the first time and get her to do what he wanted. That's sex. Well, thank you for clarifying that. "Well," said SBO, "just let me put on this science hat and we will begin sex." I always forget how funny that line is. I always forget how funny that line is.
Just let me put on this science hat and we'll begin sex. Oh, he's got Riz level 1000, man. Rouge looked shocked, but she was probably excited too. SBO could tell they both had an erection. Not an erection. Nerection. Nerection. What? Said Rouge in a shocked way. Right here? SBO said, yes, this was made by Tails specifically for our date. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear while I am wearing it. SBO did a cool face at her because being smart can be cool too, as long as you're not a nerd ass. Okay. Rouge said, okay, let's go inside. And gently grabbed SBO's hand, but he pulled it back and she fell, causing him to fall, and they both together fell onto the grass, where they rolled around and in it until they were about in the middle of Rouge's house's front lawn, so there was plenty of room around them for activities. No, said SBO. I want to make sex in you right here. And SBO put on the invisibility hat so nobody could see or hear them, and a whole new world of possibilities were optioned to them. So they could do sex in whatever way they wanted. And it was time to start sex right now. Okay, y'all better get ready for this, because this is like a WWE match that happens here. SBO revealed his penis to Rouge, who looked at it. Rouge said, cool, and took out her vagina. Because, you know, you could just pop that out whenever you want. This is like it's like popping out a hard drive on a robot. SBO's penis was really big from looking at Rouge like when he is in church. It is so boring, but you just get a boner anyway. Rouge's vagina looked like a surprised ghost. Hold on. I just want you to have this image in your head when you think about Rouge from now on. I know it says surprised ghost. Close enough. Or alternatively, there you go. There we go. You will now associate this image or the previous one with Rouge from now on. Okay. Surprise ghost. SBO's penis approached Rouge like a plane flying down at the airport, but instead of being full of businessmen, it was full of SBO's creamy Italian salad dressing. Oh dear God. Here it comes, cried SBO, ramming his Mauve Avenger into Rouge's vagina spot. Rouge screamed his sex noises, and SBO messed around with her boobs and face like she was the X-Men arcade game. That's another one of the best lines I've ever heard. Oh boy. SBO slapped his big awesome penis from side to side in her vagina like a hot dog windshield wiper. Rouge was ripping grass from the lawn. Then SBO used his tail to flip her over. He can do it, parenthesis, he can do this. And parenthesis, and put his penis into her butt.
He moved his penis in circles in her butthole like he was building a golf course and taking out the back nine. Ruse was flapping her bat wings like an idiot. And not flying because SPO was holding onto her ass cheeks and pressing into them with his fingers and leaving marks that looked like it said "wow" when combined with the spot where her butthole is. I'm legit trying not to laugh. I can't help it. This is so good. That is what she felt. Because SPO seemed to be a sex professional. Oh boy. SPO used his tail again to flip her over and did all-star sex things like using his penis like a rolling pin on her face and plugging his penis into her belly button to see how far it would go and making a balls hurricane swirling his balls and her balls. We're inclusive here. And her balls. Finally, they both got so sexy that SPO's penis ejaculated and semen came out of it and landed on Ruse, who's lying there on the lawn, but no one could see them, so it was okay. Oh, after that part, SPO screamed, "It's semen time!" And Ruse shouted, "Create a generation in me." SPO ejaculated semen into her vagina, and that's what happened. Now that they were done doing sex, they put their penis and vagina and balls away. You know, in the fridge next to where the yogurt is. You could just put them away like that. And SPO took off the invisibility hat, and it was like nothing ever happened, but they both know it did because they were there for it. "Bye-bye," said SPO. "You just gonna do her like that and then leave, my man?" Holy Christ. Oh, that's so good. And SBO took off the invisibility hat, and it was like nothing ever happened. But they both know it did because they were there for it. I don't think anyone could forget that if they tried. Now that they were done doing sex... Oh, wait, no, I already said that. Bye-bye. And said SBO, and SBO walked off her property and away to his house and did the rest of his things until school happened the next day. With this level of brain rot, I understand why in 40k Nurgle gets worshipped. Right, dude? Oh my god, Mitch, what's up? You want to say hi to the audience? Come on. Say hi. Say hello, Mitz. You have the floor, my little kitty. Come on. Ah, there you go. You said hi. Alright. You can go now. You're excused. Yeah, because Lanesh usually does all of this level of stuff. Okay. Oh my god. On that note, we're gonna stop the fanfiction reading now. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna hop over to Mech Warrior. So, yeah. BRB. Let's see. Color picker. Whoa, why do I look like that? Oh yeah, I gotta turn the effects off.